In August 2021 general elections, Hakainde Hichilema emerged victorious with almost 60% of the vote. On August 24, 2021, President-elect Hichilema was sworn in as the 7th President of Zambia, ushering in the new dawn era.
I, Hakainde Hichilema, having been constitutionally elected to the office of the President of the Republic of Zambia, do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform the functions in this high office, that I will uphold and maintain the Constitution and the laws of Zambia, and that I will dedicate my abilities to the service and welfare of the people of Zambia without fear, favor, or ill will. So help me God.
In his inaugural address, the president was resolute in his words as he pledged to tackle corruption, restore the rule of law, bring in foreign investment, and create jobs for the millions of unemployed.
The people have hope and expect us to address the cost of living that is beyond the reach of the majority of our citizens. The scourge of corruption has not only eroded our much-needed resources, but it has also robbed us of the opportunity for growth, for job creation, business, health services, and the list is long. We shall have zero tolerance to corruption. Shall I repeat that? We shall have zero tolerance to corruption. This will be our hallmark. The fight against corruption will be professional. It will not be vindictive. We will not be going out there for retribution or vengeance. That is not for us. That's not for us. The institutions, however, mandated to investigate and prosecute will be given unfettered autonomy to effectively and efficiently carry out their mandate without fear or favor of political bias. That's our promise. That's our promise. We are determined to free our country from the ills of mismanagement and malpractice and promote that which is better for all our people. We will undertake an ambitious economic, social transformation agenda to move Zambia forward, to create equitable opportunities for all our people and to reduce poverty. Very important. We believe that a time will come when poverty in our country will not be tolerated, and those days are coming very soon.
2 years down the line, President Hichilema and his government have been hard at work, implementing policies and reforms that have had a significant impact in the country.
We are working extremely hard as a new dawn government, not to disappoint the people, but to live by our word as well as to make better living for the people of Zambia. So as a UPND government, we would like to sincerely thank the people of Zambia to have given us the mandate to govern this country.
One of the successes of the government has been the reintroduction of the free education policy from grades 1 to 12 in 2021. This saw an increase in the enrollment of learners in schools, an indication that many children were left out of school.
Pa malo yanga na mtima wanga ntokoza maningi pa free education atupasa wa government ndaba kumbuyo oku tizochita olo mwana apasa grade 8 mweno lipira ndrama mema sikwano stilipira tikula chema uniform na mabuku. So I'm very grateful vamene vanachitira wa president pa time ino.
This increment in enrollment led to a consequent inadequacy of desks in some schools. Government promptly procured desks and distributed them to schools countrywide.
The president did pronounce himself that CDF, part of the CDF monies should be used to purchase or making desks within those districts. We will indeed not see any child sitting on the floor.
To meet the demand of school enrollment, government in May 2022 employed over 30,000 new teachers.
The Association of Higher Learning Institutions in Zambia has observed an increase in inquiries from members of the public who now wish to study for teaching and health-related courses following government's bold decision to recruit over 30,000 teachers and over 11,000 health workers. We think that this is an excellent decision.
Recently, government also reintroduced meal allowances at public universities that have alleviated the challenges that the students were facing. In that regard, government allocated over 930 million kwacha to the Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board that will cover meal allowances. This has elated the students.
The revival of giving us the meal allowances, at least it's able to help us in sustaining the livelihood of the students, because we come from different families. Others, their parents don't manage to give them the money to support them.
I'm very grateful that for the allowance that he did to share to all of us. May God bless him and every day.
I'd like to thank the Republican President, His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. We as students of the University of Zambia, we are suffering. We were suffering before he came into presidency. We were just eating chunks. We were eating eggs. As we speak right now, I don't remember the last time I ate eggs. I don't remember the last time I ate chunks, because the president has been providing meal allowance, 1 pin every month. Thank you so much.
Bursaries for skills training programs are also being made available. In the health sector, in 2022, the government of the Republic of Zambia employed more than 11,000 health workers to boost the workforce and enhance service delivery.
One of my friends just WhatsApped me, on the media, on the social media, that congratulations, sister. I was very, very, very excited. I thought it was a dream. Yeah, I thought it was a dream. I was very excited. This was one of my most happiest day ever since I saw that my name was appearing on the list.
On June 23, 2023, Zambia signed a debt restructuring agreement on a debt relief package of $6.4 billion United States dollars, covering both principal and interest payments, which will allow Zambia to free up resources for social and economic development. The package was agreed upon by Zambia and its main creditor group, including China Development Bank, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, and Glencoe. The debt restructuring deal extends the payment period for Zambia's debt, reduces interest rates, and provides a temporary suspension of payments. The debt relief package is expected to provide Zambia with much-needed breathing space, allowing the country to focus on its development agenda and investment in key sectors such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure.
And we needed to untangle the country, the economy from this. And we had to deal with China, we had to deal with America, we had to deal with France, we had to deal with Israel, we had to deal with everybody. With everybody. And we were never going to approach this issue from an angle of negativity, but one of positivity, looking for a solution. And we're very delighted that we got the support of China. We got the support of the US, we got the support of Japan, we got the support of Israel, we got the support of Germany, we got the support of creditors, the official creditors, through the G20 framework.
In the past 2 years, Zambia has made significant progress in its fight against corruption. The government has also implemented several anti-corruption measures, such as creating a financial crimes court and increasing funding to investigative agencies. Additionally, government has also taken action to recover stolen funds, with several high-profile cases resulting in the return of significant sums of money to the National Treasury. Overall, these efforts show government's commitment to reducing corruption and promoting transparency in Zambia. In local government matters, President Hakainde Hichilema has shown political will to decentralize operations from central government to local authorities. On 30th May 2023, President Hichilema launched the National Decentralization Policy and Zambia Devolution Support Program.
We wish to indicate as a New Dawn government the importance of decentralization in taking government services and other services closer to the people. This is where government is felt at the local level. This is where other service providers are felt at the local level. This is the convergence point where we, the central government, local government, our cooperating partners, and I must say the church leadership, many of whom provide services to the people, and other organizations, this is the convergence place. This is the convergence point. This is where we meet to interact, to deliver services for our people. And for us as a New Dawn government, this is of vital importance to service delivery to all our people without segregation across the 10 provinces, 116 districts, and indeed 156 constituencies and many wards in our country. This is where we should focus our attention on, because things happen at the local level.
Devolution has given the opportunity to allow local communities to choose their own priority projects.
There's a lot of development that has taken place, and a lot of decisions that have been taken place in the community. Because the policy of the New Dawn government is that development starts at the grassroots level, which is at the community level. And from the time when we were ushered in, a lot of activities has taken place with the policy that the New Dawn government has brought into. We're talking about the issue of the CDF, which is talking about the issue of empowerment for youths and women, and other projects that are to be done within the world. And so decision making has been decentralized.
Civil servants in districts have welcomed devolution as functions and authority to make decisions have now been localized.
To my side, I'm happy, according to my understanding, because I don't have to travel long distances, and the people whom I'm working with, they are near me.
We have received this decentralization policy with a lot of open arms, and it's a merit to the veterinary operations, in the sense that if we are devolved from central government to local authority, we'll be able to make our own decisions.
On 29th October 2021, to demonstrate commitment to devolution, government increased the Constituency Development Fund allocation from a paltry 1.6 million kwacha to 25.7 million kwacha.
You may note that until now, the CDF has been pegged. The CDF has been pegged at 1.6 million kwacha per constituency if it got released at all. the anchor for the new Dawn administration is taking resources closer to the people. To this end, we have significantly increased CDF to 25.7 million kwacha.
The New Dawn government further increased the CDF allocation from 25.7 million kwacha to 28.3 million kwacha. Over 20 cooperatives benefited from the 2022 Constituency Development Fund Cooperatives Grant in Munkolo Ward 15 of Kanyama constituency. One of them is Bak Agric Women Multipurpose Cooperative Society. The cooperative applied for 15,000 kwacha CDF Cooperatives Grant and they were successful. When they got the 15,000 kwacha CDF Cooperative Grant, they started growing yam, the West African staple food.
We decided that we apply for CDF and then start with yams. Since we went also for workshops for yams and we heard about how nutritious yams are and how it's easy to start the yam business. So then we applied for the grant, and then with the grant we asked for to be funded for the yams.
It was a good move to bring CDF to the people, to the beneficiary.
The rule of law has also been restored with sanity in markets and bus stations.
Because of cadalism, but apa how to render for mutende. Nangu pa station apanga ole pita pa mtendere market tuenda fe bwino takwali kuitukumuna pa kwenda bantu bonse bafe chimo chine takwa bati uyu ali muchipani to afe chimo chine bonse.
As bus drivers, what we really appreciate is the abolishment of cadalisms. It was a big challenge. It used to be a big challenge to drivers. Because you have to ish out money every time you make a stop to pick up passengers. But at this point in time, we just work on our own. We have our own cooperatives as bus drivers where we make our own contributions. So we just want to appreciate the president and that this spirit of work should continue. And we know he's trying hard, but we want to see more. We want to see more of this positivity.
In the labor sector, social welfare has also been given priority, with the payment of Tazara retirees and fully remitted allowances for Zambian soldiers on peacekeeping missions, among others. On the 17th of April 2023, President Hakainde Hichilema assented into law the NAPSA Amendment Bill of 2023, which allows the partial withdrawal of pensions. A beneficiary is happy to have received his 20% partial withdrawal.
Vananipasa ndarama ya NAPSA andinamikira maningi sinenzochetekera kuti kapena ningatengeko ndarama kai nidza kuti tinaivarako completely kuivarirako to. So nabwana mvera tsabe paredi ombokamba kuti ata vazaona sevenza tivapasa ndarama ya NAPSA. Awo ndarama inanitandiza maningi na mangira kwa one room. Kundarama yamene ananipasa almost 8.6. So namangira kwa one room ndeka mene namanga ndi namikira maningi Europa no soka one room kanga kanasira chipuka tsa ndarama yana.
On 20th February 2023, the government signed a concession for the Lusaka Ndola dual carriageway through public-private partnerships.
Let me reiterate our commitment as the New Dawn government to providing quality public infrastructure at the right price, and in this vein, directing the road development agency to to always work within these parameters, that is the right price, right quality, and projects delivered on time.
I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the government of Republic of Zambia and the New Dawn administration for support redundant to this project and award our consortium the contract to develop and rehabilitate the two roads.
Emergency works on the Lusaka-Ndola dual carriageway have since commenced. This will lead to creation of jobs and accelerated socio-economic development. Government has also prioritized the energy sector as a catalyst for sustainable national development towards energy sufficiency and surplus. Hence, on 26 March 2023, President Hichilema commissioned the Kafua Gorge Lower Hydropower Station, thereby reducing the country's power deficit.
Energy investment is important to energy sufficiency and surplus to this country, to the region. We must continue focusing on sufficiency of energy at the local level, but also for exports. When we do that, obviously, the economy will grow, jobs will be created, but more importantly, we'll be able to bring in the supply side of foreign exchange to stabilize our foreign exchange market.
On 29th April 2022, Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, signed a historical cooperation agreement to facilitate the development of value chain in electric battery and the clean energy sector. The combined strategy will create jobs for the Congolese and Zambians and boost economies of the two countries. On the economic front, Zambia has seen steady economic growth in the past 2 years. There's been an increase in the gross domestic product, which has seen positive growth rate and a decrease in inflation.
Our economy has generally improved in the last 12 months or so, but the fact is that we are not out of the woods yet. We are still faced with quite a number of economic challenges and issues that we need to resolve. And most of those issues cannot be resolved in the short term, but they can only be resolved in the long term. But in the short term, we have seen that there's been a major improvement. All the economic indicators are actually showing that we are heading in the right direction. Perhaps one of the most important indicator that you need to look at to gauge how well our economy is performing is the exchange rate of the kwacha against other convertible currencies. We have seen that the kwacha has been gaining strength against major convertible currencies.
In just 2 years, the New Dawn government has done more and shown commitment to development, progress, and positive change